Hey, what's up? Dumped out my EDC on the table here for you. Well, kind of. Wrapping up some paperwork. It's Friday. Got the weekend off as always. But anyways, wanted to make a video on this. I actually work in UNC Chapel Hill, that area a lot. And of course, there's a lot of stationery shops and stuff like that. So I popped into one looking for a refill on this little guy. Actually used up the whole Fisher Space Pen refill. I write a lot. We do a lot of invoices, and all these are signed invoices and stuff like that. So anyways, a pen is my most used EDC item besides my cell phone. Actually taking the video on this, you can probably tell from the quality. But anyways, so I popped in that stationery store to grab a $5 Fisher Space Pen refill, and it ended up costing $30 because I seen this. And I've had my eye on one of these for a while. Just I believe it's Lamy Safari fountain pen. You know, and if you cruise EDC forums, you'll see a lot of guys really like them. A few of my friends collect them, and of course, this is a very low-end pen, but it's supposed to be good for the money. Everybody kind of says it's worth the $30 that it cost. I think it looks great, and I want to try it. So went ahead and got it. I really like the way it writes. It kind of like flows across the paper instead of like where a ballpoint you kind of have to push. Now, believe me, my Fisher Space Pen of some sort, whether I have my Fisher Space Pen refill in that large Hinderer pen or I have it in my Surefire pen, I actually need the pressurized in my business where we're signing invoices. All my customers have to sign all these invoices here. So we write on walls sideways, and you know, it's not always on a table. Sometimes it's like sideways on a box, and the pressurized refill just really helps. But sitting here doing my paperwork, I've been using the fountain pen, and really like it. It's fun. It's fun, but that brings me to my main point, which I really don't have a point, but it's always nice when you can take something that's a mundane task, such as writing, and you can turn it into something a little bit more, maybe a little fun, you know? And I think that's what our knives kind of do, right? Where most people would just carry around a box cutter of some sort, and or a dull Swiss Army knife or something, you know, and then they just cut when they have to. Like, we really geek out on this stuff. I'm not going to be a pen knight anytime soon, but it's always nice. Just like my straight shaving, and most people who straight shave, it's just nice to turn a mundane task into something that you actually semi-enjoy. If you have to do it, you might as well enjoy doing it. I'm not talking you into a fountain pen or anything, but I'm saying you could apply that to almost to any facet of your life. Just try to have fun in whatever you do, you know? Why not? So, anyways, really a video about nothing. Been carrying this today. Really like it, and I know what I was trying to say on my video last night. There are a lot of flippers that have the choil in front of the flipper, but most of them do not have the flipper peak, this actual trigger, like behind the pivot so far. Which in turn, the geometry, because it's back so far, when it closes, it puts the flipper way up here instead of most flippers would be about right here. This flipper is pushed up. And look how they also kind of put a little dimple in there so your finger can fit right in there. I don't want to hit the phone here. Let's see. It's a great flipper. I just flubbed it up twice in a row. But anyways, and a lot of people are maybe commenting on how this hole looks misplaced, and I might agree with that. I don't know particularly why they didn't slide this hole back. There's plenty of space here. Obviously, there's no clearance issues. Sometimes you don't want to put the whole back because it runs into this bottom finger guard here. But there's plenty of room. They could have moved it back. One reason I can think, I was talking with Trader Joe earlier, we were texting, and maybe they wanted to keep this ramp so it's not like a pair of two, how the pair of two kind of ramps way up. Maybe they just wanted to keep that as a slight ramp, which meant pushing that hole forward a little bit. I'm not sure, but that does look just a tad bit odd. Like it feels like it should be up here. Which I'm sure Spyderco and Sal and Eric have their design reasoning for that. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Just saying what some of the comments were. It looks like the hole is not in the right spot. And it is weird because this feels a lot like a sage in your hand, even though it lines up with a Mannix more. It feels a lot like a sage, and for a sage, you would put your hand thumb right there. You know? So this hole's like down. It works. I wouldn't think it should be a deal breaker unless you really hate the way it looks closed. Anyways. Main moral to this video, if you can find something and make it fun, you should. Or you should at least try. You know? So that's it. Hope you guys are having a good day. Get a look at that carbon fiber. Yeah, very nice. I like this pen too. The design is really cool. Anyways, I don't know if it's practical for everyday carry. I'm fooling around with it. I carried it today. But I also carried this because sometimes I have to press through carbon copies like this when I'm doing my, you know, fountain pen will not press through that. So that's that, guys. Have a good one. See ya.